Hello, this is Brother Johnny Williams with another edition of In the Word. Today will be another life lessons and testimony. But before I begin, there's a very serious message that I want to get across today. But in order to get that message across, I'm going to have to go back to Genesis in the beginning of creation. The topic today is relationships again. I really don't think that some of my followers heard me the first couple of times that I hit on the topic of relationships. Just the other day, I had one of my followers had a conversation with me in respect to relationships, marriage, and I prayed about it, and I thought once again I need to hit on that subject again because, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, it starts at home. Everything starts at home. And I always use the word foundation. If the incorrect foundation is laid, then your structure that you are placing on the foundation may not stand. It may have a lean to it, or it may fall down. It may not last the length of time that you expect something to last. Just to give a simple explanation of that word foundation. But let me say this before I begin, and then we'll get into it. First of all, one more time, it's going to be out of season. You've heard the term, you preach in season, you preach out of season. What God gives me to preach about, that's what I'm going to preach about. And I'm going to do it in a manner that I may get across to some of the people. We all get that way sometimes. They're a little hard to comprehend what you're saying. You have to come at it a different way. Now, let me make this statement and then I'll begin. It says in Genesis, "For this reason a man shall leave his mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become twain." And I want to ask some of my followers again, do you understand that statement? Do you understand what it means? It says that a man shall leave his mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become twain. Let me break it down to you, okay? What that means is, bottom line, it's you and her and no one else. Not mother, not father, not children, not brother, not sister, not BFF. No one. It's you and your wife. And no one has anything to do with you and your wife's relationship but God. You, your wife, and God. And I'm going to jump right in here. You know, I can appreciate a mother's love and a mother's concern. But let me tell some of you mothers something. When your son or your daughter leaves you and get married, whosoever they're married to comes first. That's what the book says, not what you think. There are too many people out there with that notion. Well, my mama come first before anything. Sweetie, or young man or old man, the only thing you're doing is setting your relationship up for destruction. And I'm going to tell you, living witness here, no one gets in the middle of me and my wife. No one. It's me and her shoulder to shoulder the way it's supposed to be in everything. Let me give you a scenario. Some of you women may not like it. Some of you men may not like it. I want to ask you a question. How in the world, let's just say you done got married to somebody. You finally, through trial and error, you finally found a good man or a good woman. I mean, everything about them. I mean, you truly love this person. You know, ain't no play. You truly love this person. Now, how can your mother Let's just say your mother ain't never had a relationship in her life. How in the world can she tell you how to govern your relationship? How? She doesn't have any idea what a relationship is. I mean, you might not want to hear, but ladies and gentlemen, that's the truth. There's too many people out there that take the easy route out. You don't put nothing in, you get nothing out, but you are the first that want to jump in and tell somebody else what they should do in their relationship. And some people listen. And the next thing you know, their relationship is in shambles. And before they recognize what happened, it's too late. Like I said, you should have been standing shoulder to shoulder all the time. So let me give you a bit of advice. Keep your people out of your relationship. Somebody come trying to get into your relationship or into your business, you close the door on them or tell them, hey, that's none of your business. I don't care who it is. Take it from me. I've been married quite some time, and it works. Same thing with you men. You find yourself a good woman. And then here come your daddy. That's all he ever did in his life is run from here, run from there, run from here, run from there. Never had a stable relationship. That's all you ever saw was women, a revolving door. How can he tell you how to treat your wife? He cannot. I'll say this again. If you want some good advice, you need to seek people out that's kind of successful at it. They've been together a long time. It pleases me to no end when people constantly walk up to me and my wife, oh, y'all are still together? And, I look at them, and I be wanting to tell them, what do you think I'm going? What do you think she's going? And we meant it when we got married. And we had some hard times. We had some good times. Bad times, sad times. But we in it together. We live together. We sleep together. We pray together in everything. So if you want to know again, I've said it before, if you want to know again how it works, why don't you seek somebody out that's been doing it for a while? And they kind of, successful at it. Just like when you want to learn something, you want to learn from the best. Seek them people out. Evidently, something they're doing is working. And then here's another thing. I'm going to get direct on you women again. Well, your good man comes along and takes you away from all that heartache and sorrow that you're always complaining about. You can't find no man to do this. You can't find no man to do that. You can't find no man to do this. Well, first of all, evidently, you hadn't been looking for no man. Evidently, you don't know what a man is. Because if you did, you'd have found one in the beginning. And you wouldn't have all these problems. But getting back to what I'm trying to tell you here, sister. Okay? One finally comes along. All that wonderful thing, all those wonderful things that you've been talking about and dreaming about that you want a man to do for you, he's doing all these things. Now watch out. That one that was treating you so bad that ain't been paying no attention to you. Here he comes. Oh, you doing good now. You got your home, you wearing fine clothes, driving fine cars. Here he comes. And there's a killing about it. You fall for it. You got him in the man's house. You got him driving the man's car, giving him the man's money. Get out now. Hold on now. Back up. These are the things that you hoped and wished and prayed and dreamed for, right? So what are you doing? You have to be willing and able to change. All right? And then getting back to it, here you go, this good man, he finds out. And if you're a good man, and he don't want nothing to do with you. He's one of them earth turns, he gonna kick you to the curb. And guess what? That one that came running, the one that treated you like a piece of filth, you ain't got nothing no more, he gone. And then you want somebody to feel sorry for you all over again. Well, let me tell you what you do, sister. If you really want to change, If you really want your life to turn around, see God's face. See, get in these scriptures here and read where it tells you about how to be a woman or a young woman. And I go all the way back. It starts at home. There's a hidden message there that I don't want you to miss. And that hidden message there is, remember I said, it starts at home. You got to have a woman, a mother at home to teach you. Let it sit for a second, let it soak in. You got to have a mother at home to teach you how to be a young lady. Therefore, you will mature into a woman. Because you got all the knowledge and all the pieces right there that'll fit together over a period of time in your life that teach you how to be a woman. All right, let's get off you women for a minute. Let's get on to you men. Boy, I hear all kinds of names that you have for women. You call them the B word, you call them the H word, and there's other words, thoughts, and just all manner of names that you have for women. And you women, you listen close now. You listen real close when I'm on these men here. Okay? Again, you run from here to there, from here to there, from here to there, and I hear you that have the audacity to say that you're looking for a good woman. Well, wake up, brother. There are good women out there, and they see what you're doing. And it's a proven fact. A real woman ain't had nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. She see you coming, she gonna go the other way. She hear you smooth talking, she don't want to hear it. Because she knows what it's all about. And then you stuck in that same circle that you've been in all your life, that your so-called daddy taught you. See, I said so-called. See, while he out there running from woman to woman and you seeing it, you getting it fixated in your head that that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, that's being a real man. You men, listen, women, listen. Again, they hit messages in there. Listen. He's seeing you do all these things. And he's getting fixated in his head one more time that that's what a man is supposed to do. One more time. You see, some people say they get tired of hearing you repeat things. But you know, when you're repetitive about things, it tends to make you better. So I'm going to take you back to Proverbs one more time. Men, it says, listen to the instructions of your father. Women, it says, and forsake not the law of your mother. They should be an ornament of grace about your head, chains about your neck. I've said it a million times. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. Now, picture this. You are out there with that ornament and those chains, and you're running to somebody else with that ornament and chains. You will instantly recognize one another. And you will instantly recognize if you the one got the ornament of grace and the chains about your neck, you will instantly recognize when somebody else ain't got it around on their head or around their neck, whether it be male or female. And what you need to do is steer clear. Now, brothers, sisters, it gets hard sometimes, especially when we're young. We make mistakes. You know, I interject something here. Mother used to say, everything that shine ain't gold. And everything that's good to you is not good for you. You know, it's a shame. Some of these women out there, some of these girls out there, so-called women, so-called girls, the only thing they're concerned about is being on their back and trying to outdo another woman, so-called woman. running up behind these guys, fighting in the streets. For what? And the men sit back laughing at you, calling you all kinds of foul, filthy names. Just talking about you. And you think they ain't telling their friends about you? Oh, they'll tell their friends how good you are when you're on your back. And it's just, I'm telling you, you just got a constant stream of the same type people coming at you every time. And you wonder why. Well, sister, brother, step back and look in the mirror. And it's right there in your face. You'll see it clear as day. It's right there. As I said, I'm going to come to you out of season. It seems like when you talk to, no, let me back up. As I stated in a Facebook post the other day, sometimes when we bring in the word, we are speaking like we're speaking to people that understand the word, when in fact, you're talking to lay people. What I mean by lay people, I'm not calling you stupid. All I'm saying is these are people that don't fully understand as we do. I also said that you have to be effective when you are bringing the word to people. You cannot speak to Tom over here sometimes like you speak to Joe over here. See, Tom might not understand that slang that you're bringing to him, but Joe might understand it. We, as people, as God's people, as God's messengers that are bringing the word, we need to be very, very, very adaptable so that we can reach people. Now, somebody may get mad, but you know something that I think about a person getting mad? If you're getting mad, either, as they say, I have thrown a stone and hit you, and if I hit you and you get mad, I'm getting your attention. If I get your attention, you may listen. That is my goal. As I said earlier, don't just talk about it. Do something about it. Find a way to do something about it. I had an individual tell me they didn't believe in God the other day. And all the time I'm talking to this individual, around their neck, they got a cross. And at the end of the conversation, I asked this one question. Do you understand what that around your neck, do you understand what that represents? You say you don't believe in God. You say you believe in the Big Bang Theory, but you don't believe in God, but yet you got something around your neck that signifies, that is a representation of what he is. Why did you choose that to wear? Good answer. But he gave me my answer. You see, I know he believes. He wants to believe. He just hadn't been taught. No one's ever taken time with him. No one's ever sit him down. No one dared to talk to him. But see, me, I'm not going to let an opportunity let it go. I'm in it to save souls. And when I hear somebody say something like that, it kind of intrigues me. It makes me want to understand, why don't they believe? But I'm getting off track there. Let's get back to relationships. Let me say it one more time before I get to testimony. For that reason, a man shall leave his mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become twain. That means as one. I can't make it any clearer. I cannot say it any clearer. If you are having problems in your relationship, look back over your relationship and see where the problem started. See where they started. And then you start from there and you try to repair your relationship. Because remember, God intended marriage to be forever. Ladies and gentlemen, marriage is not a frivolous undertaking. It is very, 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 very serious. I'll let that one soak in for a minute. Now let's get to testimony here. My testimony today, and I'll speak of my wife. When my wife and I first met, her mother felt the same way. In a way, thought that she could tell her what to do. And I cut it off short. Let me tell you something, sister. You have nothing to do in here. You don't come to my house when you get ready. You don't say anything in my home like you want to. You will respect my home. And my wife's sitting right out there. I made that clear from the very beginning. Honey, it's me and you. And we've been together for quite some time, over 30 plus years. We've been together. We've raised our children the best we could. You know, knock on wood, I can say that I'm very proud of them. And I'm not bragging. I'm making a statement to clarify a question that some people asked me. And, you know, out of all the hard times that we've had, we've always been together. My iniquities or my wrongdoings, she took. Her iniquities or her wrongdoings, I took. Because we're one. A lot of people don't think that, oh, well, I didn't tell him to do that or whatever. Do you understand when you're one, whatever one does, it affects the other, and not only just you or her. If you have children, it's going to affect your family members, your friends. I learned that. Had to learn it the hard way a bunch of times. But I can sit here gladly today and say to you, as a result of me learning a lot of things the hard way, I can say, thank you, Lord. I can say, thank you, Lord, for putting me or allowing me to be in danger, but keeping your arms around me. I can say, thank you, Lord, for giving me the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding to love my wife and my children. Thank you, Lord. I know where to turn. You know, people might say a lot of things about me. I'm a man just like any of you. I've made mistakes just like you made mistakes. I've done wrong things just like you've done wrong things. But I know how to pray, and I know how to ask forgiveness, and I know to be humble and sincere when I do it. That is my testimony. Now, I'm going to say this again to any of my followers, anybody within the sound of my voice. I am trying to grow this ministry, God's ministry. God uses me the way he sees fit. Believe me, brothers and sisters, I pray before I come to you. I pray about it. I ask God to give me the words to reach his people who are called by his name. I ask for it humbly. So if you have questions, if you are a subscriber of mine, again, there's a link At the bottom that says comments. You can add a comment. You got questions. You can ask questions. Again, it is here and it is on Facebook. I ask you humbly, with the state of the world, with the way things are going today, people need to hear the truth. Unsugarcoated, unedited, the truth. Help me reach God's people. If you say you want to make a change, if you say you want to make the world a better place, again, sound like a broke record, I've said it again, but I humbly ask you again, when you see one of these videos, if you deem it worthy, share it. Tell your friends, hey, listen to this. It may help you. I see people with 400 and some friends. It might not reach 400 and some of them, but one of your friends may be going through, as they say, with some of the same stuff that I be talking about, and it may help them. As I say, when you get somebody's attention, they go to listen and they get intrigued. They may listen. You may help save a soul. That's all I ask. Tell them to hit that subscribe button. So when I make a video, it will come directly to you. I don't have to send it to you. It'll come directly to you. You'll get a notification that Brother Williams has put another video out. And listen, if you got a comment, comment. If you think I'm wrong, tell me. If you want to communicate with me, let's talk. Humbly, I ask. I'm going to close on that. We're getting better all the time. We're getting better all the time. We aren't what we ought to be, but we are better than we used to be. You know why? Because we have a made up mind. Thank you, and God bless you.